after all this time, right, so a question kind of came up. I was just falling asleep the other night, and all of a sudden my mind started looking back, you know, into the past and seeing, you know, something from my childhood or some other point in my life. And I started to see, you know, started to kind of examine memory, or this examining of memory started up. And I saw all of a sudden, like, the question came to me, it's like, memory really, I mean, I don't think anything, there can't be anything more powerful of a hypnotizer than memory, as far as they're indicating an individual self.
Yeah.
I mean, other things may be just as powerful, but certainly nothing more powerful than a memory. Really indicates an individual.
Yeah.
And then I saw that it didn't. And for the first time in all of this, you know, these experiences with this stuff that usually happen to me, it'll be, you know, bliss or peace or, you know, something cool. This was like very akin to fear, and I said, "Oh shit!" It was like seeing the Matrix was real or something like that. It was just absolutely stunning. Wow, that human body, mind, functioning, memory of the past, no individual self. It's just so trippy. But what it also led me to was like the thought. I think I had to write it down here. It's like, so I got through that, but there was also it also seems to point to, even if there is not an individual self involved in the memory, it's just like, you know, chemicals happening, whatever it's going on in the brain. It does seem to indicate a past for the body mind organism. So it's like time lives in there, and I just kind of got stuck there on.
Yeah, but it doesn't indicate a past. That's how this seems to appear. Like one action comes from another. Like my hand just moved across screen. But you only ever know this in this moment. This is where the trick comes in. So if you see my hand move now, the only reason you know it's at this side is because you have the memory of this side. And this is what your life's been like. Have you ever seen the film it's a really cool film from the 1970s. It's called, just 1 second. Hang on, I just have to look in my movies. And it basically is about this robot that they put memories in, so she feels like she's an individual. It's called, the film is Blade Runner.
Oh,
Have you ever seen that film?
I haven't for eons, so I have to go back and rewatch it.
Yeah, and basically, I couldn't really get into the film that much. Like the story, I just couldn't get in there. There was no connection for me. But I really liked the idea of the story. And basically, so she's an AI, so she's a robot, and they put a memory in her, and they put a memory in her in order to be able to control her. So they give her this sense of self, but they put the memory in there because by her past experiences, they can control and predict what her choices will be. So they gave her a sense of free will and a sense of choice. And then by putting memories in, they know which choices she will do. And I can't remember what choice it is they want her to make, but they put a specific memory in, these specific memories in. And she always, like her whole identity is based around her memory, but it's simply a program that's been put in. So what you actually have is this moment, and then you have memories arising, and they come and go, and when you don't think of them, they don't exist. But then when you think of them again, they exist. What you always have is this aliveness, this beingness of what's happening. And then your memories come and go. They're not always there, and you forget some and you remember some. And they kind of inform what the person's like. So the fact that you're American and you speak English, you you play guitar, like the fact that you can remember the guitar, this comes with this particular brain and these particular memories. And that's okay, because that's how our timeline arises. It arises as if we're moving through a chronological time. That's this illusion. And we're so much more blessed and cursed than a dog, because we can perceive so much more in time, whereas the dog really can't perceive that much in time. They can perceive a limited amount, but not that much. But there isn't actually time. There is this moment, this one energy that's constantly reconfiguring to make new appearances in this very moment. The moment comes first, and then it appears like there's been past. So it seems like we're moving through time. So it seems like we had the last moment, but what we had the last moment is this beingness in a different formation. But really, it's actually stillness appearing as movement. It's like, you could think of it like building blocks that are moving so quickly. So, you know, like if you thought of Lego, so they have a castle and then they quickly build somebody walking out of the castle. And it's the same Lego blocks that they keep using to make the whole entire world. And those Lego blocks are still, but they seem to be in movement. That's the way this dream appears. Like your dream at night, it's all made of your mind, Jesse's mind, although we could question that, but in a simplistic way of thinking about it, we could say it's all made from Jesse's mind. It appears like it moves through time, but actually your mind is dreaming it in every instant, giving it a chronological time order. So it seems like there is a dream moving through time. But it is totally scary, this, when you realize it, because there's something so strong that precedes everything about you. That, like, you is a film, is a movie. There's something so beautiful and strong which precedes it all. And you could say, is it all? Is everything? But this is going to, every time you have this realization, it's going to produce terror in your body. And that's that until that gets broken down, because every time you begin to question along this line, it begins to feel like you're dying, because that's what it sends to the body. I don't know why, but something begins to happen. It sends out fear, I'm going to die. And this is always what happens, and everyone always contracts at that point. It always takes a period. I felt like I died thousands of times. And you get some speakers that say you don't need to die because there is nobody there. And that is true, you don't die, like who you truly are is, but an illusion seems to die. And when that illusion's dying, it produces the sensation, the immense sensation of fear in the body. Because something is dying in a way, although you could also contradict that again. But it's so beautiful that that was seen, so beautiful. Because the memory doesn't indicate a you. It seems to, but it really doesn't. It indicates something that's always changing and growing and moving. It doesn't indicate a solid you. The solidness of you is that beingness, that essence, which is everywhere, seemingly looking through this one instrument, but it's the whole entire dream, just like your dream at night. Like your dream at night is your mind. This is God's mind. Hey, Law! Is this your painting, Law?
This one? No.
No, it's beautiful. I like the colour.
It's somebody we used to sell in the last gallery we worked at. Have you ever heard of Jackson Pollock?
Oh, Pollock, I know. I've seen a film about Pollock.
Yeah, so how he just drips paint on his canvas. That's the way this guy does it, except he doesn't draw at all. There's no painting underneath there. He just drips the paint like one color at a time. And it takes him like almost a month to get one done.
Wow. The eyes are beautiful.
Yeah.
But also the colour, I love that. The way it's all kind of merging in at the same time.
She's got a really great look. I can kind of see her while I'm watching you here. Yeah. You kind of touched on my question in your intro. That was really powerful. But wow. Thank you.
Oh, with pleasure. Hi guys. It's lovely to see your dog again.
Yeah,
maybe you can look this way. Hey, sweetie!
Yeah.
Hey! I just love Alsatians. I think I have this thing for wolfy kind of dogs.
Yeah, I love these guys too. And Khaleesi's got a little bit of that.
Yeah, and I think I saw recently, although when I asked the lady, she got really angry with me. I think I saw a wolf dog, and I asked her. I think it was an Alsatian crossed with a wolf, and I asked her if it was, and she said they're illegal in England, and I was like, "Hmm." And I think it really was a wolf dog.
Yeah, we met one of those the other day.
Amazing.
Pretty sweet. It was a nice dog.
Yeah, they.
So powerful. It was picking up rocks, and I'm not exaggerating here. This big up out of the river with its mouth and just carrying a bunch of the bank.
Yeah. Nice. Oh, and nice to see you guys. Thanks for calling.
Hey, enjoy. Feel better.
Thanks. Bye, guys.
Bye.